Hello everyone! Welcome back to my channel. If you were here last week, then you would have seen that I started the year off with a kitchen makeover. We made a lot of progress on the island, the cabinets, and also the tiles. But as you can see, I'm not done with it. I ran into a couple of challenges and I'm still waiting on the tiles to come in. So if you missed out on that, make sure to go back and watch part 1 because I share damage-free ideas. I shared some things that went wrong and I just wanted to show you guys the reality of DIYing a project. You all left me such kind comments, so thank you so much for your feedback. The beautiful thing about this learning experience is that it gave me the opportunity to just take a step back. I got some time to sit on it and read your feedback and come up with some ideas to make this kitchen truly reflect us. So this week we are going to tie everything in together. I want to create some DIYs that are really going to personalize it. And these are all ideas that you could take and translate into your own home to make your kitchen feel a little bit more special. This first project is going to be functional and also aesthetic because last week you guys saw me add some wood slats to the kitchen, which just adds so much warmth and life into a space, and I definitely want more of that, so that's what we're gonna do for our first project. Is it focused on me? Okay, so I want to create some open shelving for the kitchen, and I feel like you either love it or hate it. I really like a mix between open and closed shelving because I think if I had all open shelving, it would be way too much. But having some open shelving just makes the kitchen feel so much more lived in, which I feel like we're missing right now. So for this project, I wanted to create a faux built-in shelf next to the oven. It's this little corner nook. It is the perfect spot to put some things on display and also just put items that I use all the time handy. I grabbed some select pine, which is my preferred choice of wood, especially if I want something that looks super nice and smooth and finished. I really like using this because it's not as expensive as using something like maple or oak, but it's also a lot nicer than just using common board, so I always prefer to use select pine. I'm just gonna cut this down to fit exactly that little nook, which will make it look super custom and built in. This is one of those projects that you can totally make in just a weekend, and it's gonna make such an impact in your kitchen. I'm gonna make mine with 2 compartments, but you could do more or less, and I just don't have a ton of height to work with, so 2 is enough. Altogether, I just had 5 pieces and I went in with a sander just to smooth everything out. Let's do a dry fit. Well, this table's not straight. And then for the middle shelf, I don't know if I'm gonna do halfway or I think I'm gonna make it above the outlet so that I still have access to it. It's gonna look something like this, and I'm actually gonna go downstairs, test it out, and then see how I feel about it. Okay guys, I just did a dry fit downstairs and it looks so good. I am honestly so excited about this. So I decided the middle shelf is gonna sit a little bit higher, which means we have a lot more room on the bottom part for all the canisters that I wanna put there. And I came up with the idea of adding a little rail on there so that we can hang stuff. I love a kitchen rail. I think it's such a fun way to display items, and this is a great renter-friendly option because obviously we can't screw it into the tile. So I just ordered a little rail that's gonna fit in here, and I am so excited because I think it's gonna look so good. All right, so we still have to assemble it, do wood conditioner, also stain it, and then we'll add in the railing, and I will show you guys it complete after I put the tiles on. Now I have to put on the wood conditioner, wait a little bit, and then stain it.
What's your vision for the DIYs for 2024?
I want to do stuff that is challenging and new and exciting. I have so many ideas, and next week's project is going to be really good, and we still have so many more makeovers in the townhouse to do. Plus, my parents are coming to stay with us pretty soon, so I want to make sure that the guest room is done before they get here, so that's going to be a big task.
2024, we are ready for you. Oh, okay. Now we're ready for you.
I am seriously so happy with this build. It is all dry now, and I just got the railing in. So this is gonna go a little bit over halfway. I wanted to make sure that there was still room on this side for canisters and jars and stuff, but over on this side is where we can hang all of our little spoons and stuff. It also comes with these little hooks, which unfortunately I have to undo this because I didn't realize that it's a closed hook versus just one that you can hang on there. You can easily unscrew it over on this side, so I'm gonna do that really quickly and then mount that on the other side. Oh my god, it's gonna be so cute! I hope that everyone is having a great start to their year so far. I shared with you guys last week that one of my biggest goals is to try out a new tool. And one of my biggest personal goals is actually to do more self-care. And that could be by meditating or reading or something as simple as doing my hair and my skincare. It just makes me feel so good to be able to take some time to myself. And no matter what your goal is for this year, Skillshare is a great place to start. They're so kindly sponsoring today's video. And if you're not familiar with Skillshare, it is the largest online learning community for creatives with thousands of classes led by industry pros. So you can find classes from illustration to design to business and freelancing. So I love their classes for career and business, but I also would just like to do some fun classes for myself personally as well. If you're not really sure where to start, Skillshare now has learning paths. These are basically curated classes that you take in a specific order, and it will really help you master a specific skill or competency. They range from beginner to advanced classes, so there really is something for everyone. There's even one on self-care called Self-Care Essentials, and I've actually taken one of the classes by Jonathan Van Ness on there. He's definitely motivated me to do my hair more often, so thank you guys for leaving such nice comments on my hair lately. So I definitely recommend that one to you guys, and there's actually one on journaling that I'm planning to take next because that's something that I want to do more of this year as well. So if you want to kickstart your goals this year, the first 500 people who use my link below will actually get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare, so make sure you guys check it out. Alright, so moving on to the next project, I really wanted to add some personalized art into the kitchen because there are only so few spots that you can actually decorate in here. Of course, I went onto Pinterest and gathered some inspo, and I saw a bunch of different prints inspired by ingredients of different foods. I just thought it was such a good idea, and you can totally customize this to whatever dish you want. So of course, I'm gonna do some Vietnamese cuisine. You can make this on paper or canvas like I am, and you can totally do whatever style you want, but I am very inspired by this print. I love how minimal it is, and I always love contour line drawing. Something about it just screams like cool girl art print, so I'm gonna make my own version of this. So I already prepped my canvas and I primed it with gesso, and now I'm gonna go ahead and make a little border so that we can make our background. Now the question is, what color do we go with? Because I'm definitely doing green. Ooh, wild wasabi. Perfect color. I'm actually using a nail art brush for this piece. It is the smallest brush that I have, and it honestly was so good for getting fine lines and also creating line variation to really give us that hand-drawn look. I did a light sketch in pencil, and I also am using reference photos of each of the ingredients, including star anise, chilies, cardamom, and onion. And if you can't already tell, this piece is inspired by ingredients commonly used in pho, which is a popular Vietnamese dish. Making this piece definitely reminds me of being at home and eating my mom's homemade pho. And this is one of the biggest why I love creating custom artwork for my home. Through the years, I've made so many, and each one is just one of a kind, and it's uniquely you, made by you. And I hope this project inspires you to create something personal to you in your home. I love that this reflects me and who I am, and gave me an opportunity to draw a fish sauce bottle. Finally here, you guys. The tiles have arrived. We have spent many days looking at a half-finished backsplash, and I'm finally going to finish it today. We're also going to caulk along some of the seams so that it looks a little bit more flawless. And a bunch of you also commented to wrap my kitchen island with the green contact paper, which I think is a great idea. I was honestly debating it, but after seeing all of your comments, it really assured me to just go for it. We're also going to do that today, and the kitchen will be done. In part one of this makeover, I got some mixed reviews on changing the tile. tile, which I totally understand because the tile is already pretty nice. But I chose to change it because it's not something that I would have chosen for myself, and it just didn't go with my vision for this space. And one of the toughest challenges with DIYing your home is sticking with your gut. And since I wasn't done with it in the last video, it definitely did not look its best. But I've learned that one of the toughest challenges when it comes to DIYing your home is just to stick with your gut through the process. It always looks bad before it starts looking good, and I really was going through it when I ran into some issues with this tile. But now that we've made it so close to the finish line, I'm just glad that I went with my heart because this was seriously coming together and coming out beautifully. Guys, walking into the kitchen this morning just made me so happy because it feels so much lighter and brighter in here. It just feels like a clean, brand new slate, and now we can get to styling. This is obviously the first thing I want to put in because I'm so excited about it. So I plan to put this on the right side of our stove, but I realized it also fits in this weird little corner as well. So I'm gonna play around and see what looks best. Wait, this actually doesn't look bad either. I think in my heart, I want to put it where I built it for, which is on the other side. Oh my God. Okay, let me turn on the lights. Look at how beautiful this looks. I'm so happy with this project. Play around with the placement. Oh my God, yes. So I basically just went into my cupboards and took everything out that I thought looked cute for styling. So I have an assortment of canisters with some ingredients, measuring spoons, mugs, candles, cutting boards, all of that stuff. And I'm just gonna have fun and play around with this little shelf, and then of course, all of the other shelving. I also have to show you guys my latest find because I've been on the hunt for a mini cabinet for a while. I really wanted to find a vintage one, but I just haven't had any luck. So I actually found this one on Amazon instead. So here she is. It's a little wood cabinet. I love that there's open storage and also closed storage. It is so cute and tiny, and they have different colors of this as well as different configurations where it's like all open shelving or bigger doors. And I feel like this can work in so many different areas of your house. I had originally planned to put spices on this, but since we made our shelf over there, I'm actually gonna turn this into a tea station, which I think is gonna look really cute. I can put some mugs in here and then my tea in here, which actually is gonna free up some of my cabinet space as well. It truly is a luxury to have this much counter space, so I love that I can just tuck this into this corner, which we don't really use anyways. It's great. And then I'm gonna put a tea kettle over here. I am so excited about this. I'm gonna start styling and then we can reveal the final kitchen to you guys. it's my kitchen now, guys, and it just took a little bit of DIY and a lot of it of peel and stick everything. I honestly can't believe how well this turned out because I was very nervous about things clashing, but somehow it all works together. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, but I obviously just love it so much. I feel like this is truly our space now versus when we first moved in, and I honestly cannot get over this little built-in situation. I hope it gave you some good ideas for your own space as well. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe below so that you don't miss out on future makeovers because there are a ton more coming. And if you want to see what I'm up to day to day, make sure to follow me over on Instagram. I post on there every single day. That's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay inspired, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!